that is our life. I like this one too. For all that is our life, we sing with thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrows we must bear, for failures, pain and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. And in case you didn't notice, morning has come. Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of love is shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. A new day dawns, once more the gift is given. Wonder fills this moment shared together. The light of praises shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. Open the eyes to see that life abounds. Open hearts to welcome it among us. The light of love is shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
Good morning. Am I on? Hello? Yes. I don't know, I'm so loud, it's hard for me to tell sometimes. Sorry about that. Welcome to the NUUC Unitarian Universalist congregation. We are glad you are here. I'm Lehne Leverette. I'm your worship associate for today. This is a Come As You Are congregation, and you are welcome here just as you are. I want to extend a special welcome to any visitors. We'd love to stay connected, so please sign up for our communications at that main entrance. Here at NUUC UU, we foster a beloved community that celebrates diversity, strives for peace and justice, acts mindfully for the good of the planet, and inspires spiritual growth through a free and loving search for truth and meaning. We honor the ground we walk upon and acknowledge this land as the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. We recognize and honor the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and vow to reconcile the deep wounds that still shape our world today. Thank you everyone for cooperating with our new policy for keeping our doors locked 10 minutes after the service begins. And thank you to our safety and security team as they discern best practices for us. Newcomers are invited to join us for Getting to Know UU, an opportunity to learn more about NUUC and Unitarian Universalism. This event takes place each month after the service in Reverend Dana's office. Bring your questions, we'd love to meet you. If you are interested in becoming a member of NUUC Unitarian Universalist congregation, join Reverend Dana and the membership ministry. They're going to be doing an exploring membership class on Saturday, February 22nd at 9 a.m. It's a great opportunity to share your story, learn about Unitarian Universalism, and discover more about us. It's going to be in Parker Hall, that building right there, and light brunch, coffee, and tea will be provided. What is the truth about Colorado American Indian history? Why are there no American Indian reservations on the Front Range or Eastern Plains of Colorado? Join us on Saturday. That's going to be March 1st from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. right here in the sanctuary. Richard Williams is going to do a presentation about how American Indian history and treaty rights affect Colorado. We will also learn how we can be allies in this effort of providing restorative justice for Native people. Next Sunday, beginning at 10 a.m., Longing and Belonging. Belonging is one of the most important experiences that give life value and meaning. What is your sense of belonging at NUUC? How do you welcome in and share this experience of belonging with others? Join Reverend Dana and Tam Paquette as we explore these questions with Slip as our musician. We do have many other happenings, of course, so please take note of all our announcements on the back of your order of service. And please join us for coffee, tea, and snacks in Parker Hall after the service. And of course, many thanks to all involved in the service today. And now we have a special guest who has a few words to share. Carol Koch is a founding member of NUUC UU. Carol?
Good morning. My name is Carol Koch. I'm a charter member and three-time past president of NUUC. I haven't been active locally due to multiple health issues, but I still have much love and affinity for this congregation. You deserve to be supported for your good work, and good work doesn't come for free. In the 2017-19 timeframe, we participated in a UUA congregation or campaign called Wake Now Our Vision. That program encouraged legacy giving, and several of our members participated by including NUUC in their wills. We received a financial benefit from the program at the time, as well as the promise of future benefits. Instead of waiting, I've decided to fulfill my Wake Now Our Vision pledge and gift $10,000 to the congregation now, rather than wait for the it to be processed within my will. For others who participated in the program, I urge you to consider doing the same, so NUUC can retain the wonderful staff and grow its programs that are so needed in our world today. Thank you so much to the board, the committees, the staff, and all of the members. Your work matters. Please keep it up.
Thank you, Carol. Would you like to join? Good morning, everyone. It is a joy to be with you this morning on this crispy, beautiful day. Thank you for being such hearty people and joining us too. And thank you to everybody who's also joining on Zoom today. We share our opening words called Less Beautiful Without You. This place would be less beautiful without you, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jew, Hindu, humanist, and earth-centered too.
This place would be less beautiful without you, your heart honed by hardship, grief, illness, seeking solace and comfort here among us.
This place would be less beautiful without you, filled with joy and gratitude, seeking celebration of life's bounty.
This place would be less beautiful without you, curious, inquisitive, asking questions, seeking transformations emerging from within.
This place would be less beautiful without you, striving to resist a world that tells us we are so much less than we can truly be.
This place would be less beautiful without each of us, born here and this morning to seek heaven's fire in each other's souls, our own flames rising to meet.
This place would be less beautiful without each and every one of you, and we would be less in every way. Thank you. I invite us to join together as we share our affirmation.
Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
And may you remind each other that this place would be less beautiful without each other by greeting each other this morning. As you are able, willing.
Life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentations. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Knows all the tumult and the strife. I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Though the tempest around me roars, I know the truth it liveth. What though the darkness round me glows, songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost thoughts, while to the rock I'm clinging. Since love prevails in heaven and earth, how can I keep
And now is our time for all ages. So if you feel like a kid today, or if you consider yourself a child, if you want to, come join me. Now, I will tell you that all the pages for the whole book are on the screen, but I have them right here as well. So if you want to look over my shoulder, I'm going to come sit right in the middle of you guys. Is that okay? Can I sit right here? Is that okay? You guys want to sit together? Okay. All right. Ocean, come on over. You want to, yeah. See the book? Here, come here. So this book, uh-oh.
How dare you?
How dare you? You're good, right there. Okay. This book is called Strictly No Elephants. What? Strictly No Elephants.
Are dragons allowed?
Good question. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. That might be true. Would that be true? No? No one else has an elephant. See the pictures? Here, can everybody see? Ocean, can you see okay, sweetie? Okay, good. Every day, I take my elephant for a walk. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. He's a cute little elephant, isn't he? Yeah. Your feet are cold? I wonder if the elephant would warm them up. I don't know. Maybe the elephant would be able to help you warm your feet up. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much, though. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do, lift each other over the cracks. Well, today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day and everyone will be there. Come along, that's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine. When I look up at the door, there's a sign on the door. Strictly no elephants. Oh, my tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. They don't have this picture. You can just look at that a moment. Okay. Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? This girl asked me. Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl said, but they don't want us to play there either. They don't know any better, I tell her. He doesn't stink, the girl added. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? What do you think? Is that a good idea? Should they start their own club? Maybe we could start our own club. So come along, I say. Make certain that my tiny elephant follows me, because that's what friends do. They never leave anyone behind. That's another picture that they don't have. It's a pretty cool picture, though. We can play here, one of our new friends says. Look at all those people with all the interesting animals.
They have a
A
nose.
bat. Wow. What's the one? And a giraffe. What is this?
An armadillo.
An armadillo. Wow. A narwhal. A little baby narwhal. Wow. That's amazing. We can play here, one of our new friends says. All of us, including the porcupine. Yeah.
That's a penguin.
And a penguin too. Wow. So we paint our own sign. All are welcome. All are welcome. Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what do we know? What do
They crossed some out. What it said was strictly no strangers and no spoil sports. But they crossed that out. So now it says all are welcome. And as I was saying this morning, some of us get stranger and stranger every day, so. My tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. Aw, isn't that sweet? Because that's what friends do. The end. Is that what you would do too? I think so, yeah. Well, thank you, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Now you're going to get to go hang out with Janin. Wow, how lucky are you? Here we go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you.
I have a question. Republicans are the elephant, right? Okay, you're going to like this story. I had a skunk. He didn't smell that bad. He was adorable. His name was Chanel. Anyway, I know. Thich Nhat Hanh, who I absolutely love, says, if we have the energy of compassion and loving kindness in us, the people around us will be influenced by our way of being and living. This has never been more true than in the world today. Kindness is something we can give to ourselves and others. So to illustrate, I recently discovered a story about the Buddha and a very angry and drunk elephant. I'm going to tell it to you now. So I don't know a whole lot about Buddhism, but what I did not know was that Buddha had a brother named Devadatta, and he was cranky. He did not like, it's kind of like having your brother be Santa Claus or Jesus, or, he was cranky. Everyone loved his brother. His brother was so kind and wonderful, and, he was just kind of, I guess he felt like he was left in the dust. So one day, he decided that he was just going to end it all. He was going to, pretty much kill Buddha and get him out of the way because he didn't like him. So what he did was he found this beautiful, unblemished white elephant, so pretty, and he knew the white elephant wouldn't ever do anything mean on its own. So he decided to get the elephant really drunk. So he did. So scheming, cranky Devadatta took the elephant and got him really drunk and hyped him all up and told him all this terrible stuff about Buddha and basically said, now you can go kill him. So Buddha and his friend Ananda are hanging out, strolling through the forest, and here comes the elephant. And he's really angry, and he's drunk, and he's rampaging. He's mad. So they see the elephant coming down the path, and Buddha's just chill, and Ananda's chill, and they decide that they're going to radiate all their loving kindness, everything that they have in their body, towards this elephant to try to get him to realize that this is not the way that we do things. So they started, and they just chilled out, and they meditated, and they sent all the loving kindness they could. And what do you know? The elephant chilled out as well. So the elephant just became calm and just walked up and knelt down, and Buddha gave him a little kiss on the trunk, I love you. And that's the way the story ends. So, I mean, really, when we think about what elephants represent today, and angry, cranky people directing that angry, drunk elephant at other people, maybe, we can just radiate all of our loving kindness. And hopefully it'll get through the drunk, angry elephant's head, and, we can love each other and be kind to each other. There's a neat little song about the loving kindness meditation, which is one of my favorites. It's in the Green Book. It's 1031, And I just wanted to just sing that song about loving kindness and keeping it for yourself and giving it to other people. If you know it, awesome, sing it with me. If you don't, it's 1031 in the Green Book. And it's basically what we can do with our kindness as people. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole. Oh, it makes me feel better. So think about this when you're confronted with someone who doesn't see the way you do, feel the way you do, or think the way you do. I light the chalice today for kindness to ourselves and all other beings on earth. If there was something to light it with. It over here. Woohoo!
Thank you, Lehne. We are taming elephants. Excuse me. Each week, you support the work of this congregation by all the ways that we live our values in the world through your generosity. In addition to supporting this church, half of your donations support a local nonprofit organization helping us to make a difference beyond our walls. During the months of January and February, we are giving to Wellspring Health Access, guided by their motto, "Your decision, your choice." They are deeply committed to providing compassionate, safe, and supportive reproductive care in a secure environment. Your contributions will help support their mission to create a safe haven for those seeking reproductive health care. Together, let us affirm the values of compassion and choice by supporting Wellspring Access in their vital work. Isn't that a beautiful piece? Yeah. Sing together always, gently as one. May it be so. The Dalai Lama says, love and compassion are necessities. I think we could put kindness in there as well. Love, compassion, and kindness are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. So today, as we follow the theme of our month of inclusion, maybe it should be diversity, equity, and inclusion. All of the above. We are learning about each other and appreciating each other in our diverse and unique ways. We are exploring how we truly live into our shared values of pluralism and hold each other with the love and respect we profess through our differences, celebrating our differences and our commonalities. We cannot accomplish this without kindness. Again, the Dalai Lama says, "This is my simple religion. No need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Your own mind, your own heart is the temple. Your philosophy is simply kindness." So we're going to do this differently today with joys and concerns. I'm going to invite 3 or so people, maybe 1 or 2 people on Zoom, to respond to a question, and then we'll move on to a couple other questions. I have a list, but I won't go too crazy here. And remember that we care about our friends attending on Zoom, so we are going to, I have this microphone, that's why I'm waving this one around and not using it, but we care about our folks on Zoom, and so when you have the microphone, please do use it, because they won't be able to hear you. And we want them to be able to participate as well. Thank you. So here's your question. What matters most in life to you? No yes and no answers, right? Nobody has to answer the same. What matters most to you in your life? Anybody? Okay. Sue. Oh, and I have to say, just like 3 words. Keep it short.
I only have one. Love.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Others. Cherry. Great.
Making a difference for other people.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. Clay.
I have a quote for you. Love is my religion. Ziggy Marley.
I think Ziggy Marley and the Dalai Lama were in cahoots. I don't know. Okay, one more. Pete. Then we'll see if anybody's on Zoom.
Fixing things that are broken.
And we love you for it, Pete. Thank you. Any on Zoom for this question? Family and friends. Beautiful. So every answer was different, and yet I'm guessing we can probably resonate with every answer. Thank you. Here's the next question. What to you is sacred? What to you is sacred? Anybody?
Our marriage.
Bravo. Beautiful. Thank you. If you didn't hear that, they said our marriage. Wonderful. Norma.
Our beloved community.
our beloved community. I'm going to do two more.
Nature.
Nature. Right on. Very good.
Everything.
Beautiful. 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 Once again, this is kind of giving me chills. I don't know about you, but the differences and the commonalities within each answer. So beautiful. Anyone on Zoom for this one? Laughter and joy. Sacredness of laughter and joy. Thank you. Absolutely. And who, outside of your family and friends, do you care about or are worried about right now? Outside of your family and friends, who do you care about and who are you worried about? Lehne.
The DACA children.
If you didn't hear that, I think she said the DACA children. Yeah, yeah, very good, thank you.
The people of Eastern Europe.
The people of Eastern Europe, yes, thank you. Pass that down to Susan.
The unhoused.
The unhoused.
Homeless.
Yeah, thank you. The unhoused, yes.
All the federal employees losing their jobs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jerry, I'll come back. I really love speaking all of this into the room, so we'll spend a little more time on this one.
The LGBTQ plus community.
Amen. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
The residents that I care for, Storybrooke Rehabilitation and Care Center.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Good. Okay, we got it.
Native people and their right to political sovereignty.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, amen. Thank you. Thank you. Did you have on Zoom? Gaza. Okay, Gaza. Yeah. Oh. You could throw spitwads at me here.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone. This is a painful and difficult time. Might I also mention immigrants, documented and undocumented especially. All those who are suffering. And so may we hold all of them in our hearts, and may we open our hearts with kindness to all who are suffering. And also, I know this is hard, to those causing the suffering, for we cannot heal otherwise. Anyone else on Zoom? Did we cover everything? Okay, good. So I invite us now into a meditation, but this meditation is different. This is in honor of Black History Month. And in the church buildings, if you could call it that, the meeting houses of slaves, they had dirt floors. They didn't have any instruments, or if they did, it was very rare. And they would just keep the beat with their feet as they stood. So I invite you to join us and just keep this beat with your feet. In solidarity, and you'll have to listen for the beat leader over here. so that we are together. Beat, 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 beat. Don't rush. Beat, 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 beat. There we go. We are in solidarity with African Americans who endured slavery and all that has come after. Beat, 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 beat. What do you do when your voice is stifled? What do you do when you are abused and treated as worthless? What do you do to save your soul when your freedom has been taken away? You sing. You sing with those around you who cannot speak because they are so stifled, they are not allowed. You sing. Hush. Hush. The black slaves sang songs with secrets hidden in them. Hush. Listen up, they were saying. Quiet down. Pay attention. Somebody's calling my name. And the signal comes. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. These signal songs and these spirituals were revived during the civil rights movement, and they said, sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. We are allies. We use our privilege. We are listening. Hush. We are listening. And we sing, not as the ones who are suffering, but in union with those who are oppressed, who are enduring the pain. Now, in your own voice is needed. So sing like you mean it, because now it counts. Hush, somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? Sounds like freedom. Yeah, somebody's calling my name. Let's hear it. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Yeah. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? Whew. Well, I think that was good enough. Beautiful. So as I mentioned, Our theme for the month is inclusion. What does it mean to live love through the practice of inclusion? Well, one thing is true for sure, that kindness is different than being nice. You know what I mean? Kindness may seem soft and passive, maybe similar to nice, but kindness is also demanding of our greatest courage. If we are committed to kindness, we cannot limit who is included. Being kind with ourselves and each other when we fall short can also mean kindly and encouragingly and courageously telling each other the truth, naming the truths that may be hard to hear. This is always an invitation to grow in the ways that we live our values. I had a powerful experience of this, and I'd like to tell you about my stole here. You've seen it before. And yes, for Valentine's, it has hearts on it. One heart is with love for our sister, and the other one is that in Spanish. And there are signatures on the back side of the detainees and the families that we got out. So I will tell you the story. On one afternoon, on a Wednesday, February 8th, I was sitting, let's put this in 2012, thank you, not recently. Back in the old days. I was sitting at my desk in my office working, trying to figure out what to say for a sermon for Sunday. And my topic was immigration. And all I could hear in my head were recent comments from church members exclaiming, "Why are you preaching about immigration, Dana? We don't have any immigration problems here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Don't you know this is Wyoming, not Arizona?" Really? I knew the immigration issue was there, but they didn't see it. And what could I possibly do to make it visible? And right then, serendipitously, up pops an email, and always game for a good distraction, I opened it to find a desperate plea from an immigration lawyer. The letter told this story. Bit of a trigger warning here. This is a tragic and painful story to hear. In the early morning hours of January 24th, just a week earlier, Immigration and Custom Enforcement, or ICE, agents partnered with the Cheyenne Sheriff's Department. And they dressed in SWAT gear and proceeded to raid about 6 homes of undocumented Latinx workers who worked at the Little America Hotel. They pounded on the doors and the windows of each home and demanded to be let in. Deeply frightened, each family let them in. They didn't know their rights, that they didn't have to do that. Each family reports the same series of events. The officers woke everyone in the house, yelling and screaming for the person they wanted to arrest, which were the mothers, by the way. This immediately terrified everyone, especially the small children, who began to cry and tremble. They emptied all the drawers and closets through their house, demanding all forms of identification and work permits, visas, everything. They never got this back, by the way. They forced each person being arrested to sign papers that they did not understand, and they would not allow the women to change into street clothes out of their pajamas without the ICE agents watching. They arrested 2 mothers and 1 father with the promise of arresting more, all with very young children, and threatened many others, as I was saying, that they must make arrangements for their children within the week, and then they must turn themselves in to be deported. This is how it works. The immigrants didn't know that they could have refused, like I said, to open the door. They didn't know they had the right to not speak or sign papers. So they did what they were told to do because they're nice people who try to do the right thing. And in case you, well, I think you know it now, but ICE does this all over the country, and especially right now. And yet this tragedy became much worse when the ICE agent went to a home of one single mother, Erica Delgado, and her 11-year-old daughter, Miriam Ortiz. I should have never gone to this home because this woman's husband had been deported to Juarez, Mexico for domestic abuse a year earlier. Therefore, Erica qualified for refugee status and could not have been legally deported, but Erica did not know this. The fear of being sent back to her very abusive husband and the horrors of Juarez, Mexico, was too much for her to bear. A few days after the visit from ICE, in her extreme desperation and panic, Erica decided that her only solution was to pour gasoline all over the trailer and light it on fire, killing both herself and her daughter. I know that's hard to hear. It was hard to read in an email. The raids were bad enough, but this totally devastated the Latinx, closely knit Latinx community in Cheyenne, and they were terrified and grieving. Could you please help? The email begged. I was shocked and horrified, probably as you are right now. And, you know, I wanted to be nice, but I'm not so sure I was ready to be that kind, to step up to the plate. It was a very scary moment. What do we do? Do we stay comfortable in our privilege? Or do I pull the entire congregation into this and go full out to try to help these people in whatever way we could with this immigration lawyer? So I decided we're going for it. Just so you know what kind of ministry you have. I set aside my fear and trepidation and called that immigration lawyer immediately and offered our help. She explained that the immigrant community needed a safe place where the traumatized families could come together to support each other and learn about their rights and what to expect now that their loved ones were in detention. These families and about 13 other workers all lost their jobs and were in desperate need of food and money. I put out a plea to our congregation of about 140 members, a little bit bigger than we are, and they responded with incredible generosity, as you do every Sunday, I might add. In just 3 days, by Sunday morning, we had gathered 2 long tables full of food for them to take home and 1 more table full of food to eat during their meeting with the lawyer. We also raised $1,500 in cash and gift cards. I saw that day the magical power of ordinary people through their generosity and their kindness. But this was only the beginning. We quickly discovered that these people were hardworking, loving families who paid their taxes and were model members of the community. In other words, counter to all of the BS that you hear about immigrants. That is not right. It is incorrect. So, in classic UU style, we invited the Latinx community to join us for a planning session the following Sunday, which became this powerful partnership. We organized a Latino PR team that started working with the local Latino radio station. I didn't even know there was a local Latino radio station. But the DJ came, and he was really cool. We started organizing trips to take the children up to Scottsbluff, Nebraska, to visit their mothers in the detention center. Yeah. Every week, we took them up every week for a long time. We also had people working on more financial support for those who lost their jobs and translators, etc. And the following Sunday, we had over 70 people, Spanish-speaking people, filling our sanctuary to attend a Know Your Rights training. They walked in the building kind of like, okay, where's the cross? Where's the cross? Where's the cross? Yeah. So I did a prayer translated into Spanish, and I ended it, in Jesus' name we pray, amen. And they all went, yes, okay, we can do this. That works. There were so many stories I could tell you about this time, but these people became our family. Their children became our children. This is the power of kindness. It doesn't just change the person that you're being kind to, it changes each and every one of us from within. By the time my final Sunday came, because it was my last year there as their interim minister, all 3 detainees were out on bond and they were back with their families. A huge triumph. That Sunday, the church and the families and other community leaders surprised me during the service by giving me this stole that they had signed, and I'm happy to show you their signatures. It took 2 years beyond this, and we kept showing up for hearings. But eventually, all the charges were dropped because of ICE's improper handling of the arrests. I don't know if that would fly right now. And now I worry about them every day. They were not supposed to ever be allowed to be arrested again, but now you might be thinking, okay, Dana, that's all fine and good, but what about all those people who disagree with us and whom we disagree with and who are perpetrating this harm? Your courageous kindness could change someone's life when you don't believe there is any hope. Anybody kind of short on hope right now? Yeah, I am. I think we're scared. What do we do? But courageous kindness is more powerful than you might think. I want to tell you a quick story about Megan Phelps Roper. Anybody know Megan Phelps Roper? No? Have you heard of the Westboro Baptist Church? I thought so. The Westboro Baptist Church is well known for showing up at funerals, 9/11 victims, school shootings, Sandy Hook shootings, all of these, to protest people grieving these people. It's a horrible, ugly thing to witness, which they came to Colorado Springs after a police officer was shot and killed outside of Planned Parenthood, and they showed up at his funeral to protest. I know, it does not make any sense to me. Well, the person who found it, Fred Phelps. Fred Phelps founded this. His daughter is Megan Phelps Roper, And she was right out there in the front as a small child at all these protests. And as she grew up, she spoke on all the media and was in support of everything that Westboro Baptist stood for. And she was one of their top spokespeople. But all of these people on Twitter, back at the time it was Twitter, and other social media, they began to be kind about pointing out the discrepancies of what was being said and helping her to see the error in her thinking and in her ways. And she actually has completely walked away from Westboro Baptist Church and is now a spokesperson. She's written a beautiful book called Unfollow, A Journey from Hatred to Hope. And she left the church and has become a prominent critic of the church's philosophy and practices. And she travels around the world now speaking about her experience in the church and advocates dialogue between groups with conflicting views. In 2019, she released her book. Now, I know it's easy for me to just be angry at those causing the harm, but that's not going to get us anywhere. Where if we come from kindness, we get to maintain who we are in our values and yet stand up for justice. Our shared values is our covenant among all Unitarian Universalists. It is not a creed or a belief statement. It is an agreement that this is how we choose to be together as a community and in the world. Did you know about these shared agreements, these shared values? Once again, not a creed. It starts as Unitarian Universalists, we covenant congregation to congregation and through our association to support and assist one another in our ministries. Okay, what do you think? So far, so good? Okay, just checking, you know. We draw from our heritages of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on the foundation of love. So far, so good? All right. Because, you know, we're in this together now. Okay. It goes on to say, love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. You can see, now I created my own diagram of this. There's some other beautiful flowers out there, but I created my own because I want to be able to highlight each one. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. All right, what do you think? Yeah? We will be exploring each of these over these ones listed up here over the next weeks and months. And isn't it interesting that most of these have become acts of resistance just to do them? Interdependence, pluralism, that's the one we're focusing on today. Justice, transformation, generosity, and equity. I don't have time to read everything about each of those, so we'll skip that for now. But pluralism, on our next slide, says that we celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another. Anybody learning from each other? All the time, right? We learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and our commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect. As 15th century Unitarian theologian said, Francis David, we need not think alike to love alike. one of my favorite quotes. And Hosea Ballou, one of our great 18th century, 19th century theologians. Okay, Linda's got something in her throat there. Thank you. Hosea Ballou from the 19th century, great Unitarian theologian, Universalist theologian, said similarly, if we agree in love, there is no disagreement that can do us injury. But if we do not, no other agreement can do us any good. That makes sense. Let us endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bonds of peace. So kindness, my friends, requires us to be courageous and radically inclusive. And you never know how that will change the world. It is the only thing that will lead us out of this mess. For kindness for one another is where we actually find hope in the midst of these dark days. In 1952, jazz pianist Billy Taylor was inspired by a Negro spiritual to write the song, I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free. Nina Simone's recording turned it into an anthem for the civil rights movement. If we are honest with ourselves, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all of our hearts are breaking right now. More and more every day. And it's hard. We long for things to be different, and we wish we had the answers. This is your kindness and compassion moving in your heart. And when we don't have the answers, but we got to keep our spirits up for the road ahead, and when we are out of words, we sing. It is time to sing loud and clear for the whole world to hear. We sing for Black, Indigenous, people of color. We sing for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, especially transgender right now, queer, anyone queer. Sorry, I'm forgetting the I. Thank you, intersex. And the A is asexual, right? And the 2S plus is two-spirit plus, so Native people. Thank you. I had a brain freeze there. We also sing for undocumented immigrants and Palestinians. We sing in solidarity. We sing in hope with love at the center.
Before I get going here, I just want to say that when we get to partake in these beautiful musical traditions that we clearly love, it's easy to forget that the lyrics and the music came out of a place where talking about struggles for freedom was not a metaphor. So when we sing these, maybe just pay attention to where this really came from. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I should say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole round world to hear. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, of the whole round world to hear. Please join me. I wish I could share all the love in my heart. Remove all the bars that still keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I can do, though I'm way overdue. I'd be starting anew, though I'm way overdue. I'd be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing, 'cause I know how it feels to be free. Then I'd sing, 'cause I know how it feels to be free.
Do you want to extinguish the chalice real quick? And then come down? I invite us to reach out and connect with those around us in whatever way feels comfortable to you. Maybe holding hands, hands on shoulders, or just a nice hand to your heart in gesture of connection. Thank you. All right. I share with you a poem by Kristen Harper, who's a UU minister. Look at me, she says. I am black and you are white, and I too am beautiful. Look at my face, my hair, my clothes. They may be different, but aren't they worthy of your gaze? Look at my walk, the way my hips sway to the music in my soul, the way my proud neck tilts to the sun. Yes, look at me. Look at my darkness. It contains light and love, rebirth and growth. Look at my pain and don't turn away. Look at the way you see me. I am human. I have tears and fears. I have laughter and joy. Look at me and walk with me. I too am beautiful. And we say, yes, yes, you are beautiful. We see you for who you are, and we celebrate you and include you in our hearts with love. May you be in peace, and may you walk in love every day until we come together again. Amen.